Time to nut up or shut up.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to an exciting episode of Opinionated Luscious because it's October, spooky month. If you remember what we did last October, it's when we review scary movies, and we're not a movie review podcast, so it's fun for us. You don't have to be so serious.
Whatever happens, happens. Yeah.
So we actually brought in some horror experts from the
some horror or horror.
Horror. Maybe both. I don't know. We'll have to talk to them and find out. So here is Ashley and Ken from Sledgehammer Horror. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey,
Thank you so much for joining us. We're excited because I would say you guys are probably more the professionals than we are when it comes to this genre.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
He's like a horror expert. I'm the horror expert. Like you were talking about. So I am here for that.
Yeah. Any questions for either or?
Perfect.
Right.
Do you guys just want to talk about your show for a minute, just to let people know what you guys do?
So we have a couple different segments through Sledgehammer Horror. I do one myself called My First Horror Movie, where I bring different guests on and we talk about the first horror movie they watched, what got them started in the genre, what kind of shaped their horror life. And then Ashley writes two different segments we do together. One's called Didn't See That Coming, where we talk about a horror movie with a twist ending and how that affected us. The other one she writes is called Versus, where we take an original versus a remake horror movie and face them against each other and pick out which one we like the most. And then we just started doing a new one together with guests called In Defense Of, where we bring guests on and talk about horror movies that maybe they love that didn't get well received critically or by the horror community and why they're worth defending and going back to rewatch. And we do a live once or twice a week doing top 10 rankings or, different opinionated things like that. And Ashley also does a review segment where people will give her a movie to review, and she goes and gives her brutally honest review about movies that are picked by the viewers.
That's
You sound busy.
That's amazing.
And we've been married for 18 years. We have 3 kids. We juggle a little bit here and there.
Yay!
I think we all know that feeling, all in
Yeah.
the 10 to 20 years of marriage and a couple of kids there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, guys, Ken, Ashley, tell me, what are your costumes and what are you drinking tonight?
So we are zombies.
I'm the one that originally attacked Bill Murray. That's what I am.
You're-
I'm the Bill Murray attacker. Is who I am.
I feel like I'm the kill of the week. So,
You're definitely the catch of the year. So, kill of the week.
Well,
and I'm drinking iced tea.
I am drinking Mountain Dew Zero because I'm lame and I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
So,
That's not lame at all.
We're both lame. I got my little Michael Myers cup.
you're right now. You are lame.
No, I'm cool. That makes me
Jessica, what are you drinking tonight and who are you?
Okay, so I'll start with my drink. I'm drinking rum and Coke, classic for me when I'm not drinking beer. And I'm dressed as Bill Murray.
Yeah.
So it worked out. I didn't quite have a vest, so I just kind of cut a shirt.
Yeah.
It was my husband's shirt.
He doesn't need it.
He'll
It's
find
fine.
out, when he watches
Where's my
the
favorite
episode.
shirt?
Yeah.
Sonia, what are you drinking and what are you today?
Okay, so I'm drinking coffee. I can't reach it. This is a very problematic costume. I don't reach anything. But I'm drinking coffee eventually once I can reach it. And I'm the rules.
Nice.
And finally, I am drinking a virgin rum and Coke.
Just mixer?
Yeah, just mixer. Sorry, guys. I'm just getting over a cold. And I'm 406.
There we go.
Ah.
Yes.
Nice.
And the costumes are in reference to the movie we're talking about today, which is Zombieland. And that is quickly, there was a zombie outbreak. Someone ate a gross burger and then the world went crazy. And then our main character starts off as this dorky little guy. And then he finds another not so dorky guy. And then they find 2 other people and they end up the rest of the world together. I don't know. I'm not a
Best
movie.
synopsis ever. Yeah, just dorky guys hanging out. What can we say? Like,
We are not a movie review podcast.
That either sounds like the best movie synopsis or my high school experience. One of the two is what you just described.
okay, I actually miss it. It was a burger. I watched it while doing other things because ADHD. So it was a burger. That doesn't make sense.
I think it
because
was
it's
a burger.
virus.
You got
How does
sick,
a
you went
bad
crazy.
burger? That would be bacteria.
It's like Mad Cow. You know how the cows went crazy? They didn't eat each other, but like, you know,
So it's
bad,
just a
bad meat.
Whatever. I'm not the writer. What can I say? Okay, I'm gonna give some facts about this movie. Released 2009, in case you didn't know. Filmed around Georgia, USA. Now we're Canadian, so I don't know where that is. Budget was $23 million. And opening, around estimated. And opening weekend, it grossed about $24 million, but gross worldwide was about $102 million. And I'm just going to add some fun facts in here. Did you know it was originally written to be a TV show?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, of course the horror experts knew. I mean, it was news to me.
I would have loved it as a TV show.
Yeah.
Like more watching it than just the like hour and 44 minutes it was. Like that
Well, the kill of the week was supposed to be like episodic.
that would have been amazing.
That
I would have
would've been
loved
so
that.
Yeah.
Maybe some streaming service will pick it up.
Maybe.
Maybe there's so many.
Boy, the second episode was supposed to end with the girls turning on the guys and leaving. Like that was supposed to be the end of that episode, and then the next week would start off with them. You know, now we're going to get our revenge on the girls.
Yeah.
Like that was supposed to kick up right there at a different episode.
Yeah, there's so many like cliff parts in it. It would have been a great TV series. So maybe one day they'll do it. And this was my favorite fun fact was Woody Harrelson was arrested for marijuana possession during filming, even though they smoke weed in the film, you know, and delayed filming for a day. So
Nice.
yeah.
Those
Those are my fun
Damn it. Well, and another fun fact that I've always thought was cool. It's not really a fun fact, but it's just like looking back. You know, the zombie craze really exploded again with The Walking Dead. Like when The Walking Dead came out, the zombie craze really went nuts at that point. And this movie actually came out a year before. So if you want to look at this in hindsight, this is actually ahead of its time in our era of zombies. You know, this came out, and then the next year, The Walking Dead TV series came out, which it did what Scream did for slashers. Like it just completely brought it back and like made it popular again. And this movie came out the year before. So like this really was in our generation of zombies ahead of its time for what it was doing. And I think that's brilliant to go back and look at now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
No, and
is so cool.
I love the idea of like zombies have always been how can I say this nicely? Stupid. Like, you know, like think of like classic zombies. It's like, how did you not get away? Like I don't understand. So they had to like make them scarier and stuff, but I love when they make them funny. Because that's how I always viewed zombies, you know, Shaun of the Dead, that kind of thing. So like when this came out, I was like, oh my God. Yes, this is right up my alley for zombie movies. So
I think Shaun of the Dead was that's what inspired Zombieland, I'm pretty sure.
I think it inspired like the director or something. Like he kind of like looked to that with a lot of like the quick cuts and stuff like that for the comedy aspect of it. I think it's really
Yeah.
I adore Shaun of the Dead's one of my favorite movies of all time. The only thing I don't like about that movie is the title. I hate the title because people hear Shaun of the Dead and they think it's like Scary Movie or Airplane and it's like a spoof movie, and it's not.
Yeah.
Like it's like such a good movie, and it's got like real emotion. Like I cry every time I watch that movie.
There's some really good scares actually.
Really good
in it,
scares.
too. Yeah.
There's a lot of really good laughs. Like Shaun of the Dead is as close. The only movie I can think of that's more perfect than Shaun of the Dead is Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That's the only movie that's more
telling
perfect.
people that's a perfect movie.
It's perfect.
From Shaun of the Dead, I still like sometimes I find myself when I'm like saying bye to people, I just go bye. I just can't help it. It rolls off the tongue.
It does.
All right. So we have topics. We'll just go like one topic at a time, and then we'll like do our opinions on or sayings, things we wanted to talk about for each one. I'm doing so good today.
I love it.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, she's drinking coffee tonight.
Yes. All right, we're gonna start with our guests. What was your favorite scene in the movie?
Do you want us to each? Is it okay if we each give?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are your individual person.
Because we don't know each other's stuff. Like
No.
whenever we do anything like this, like we'll watch the movie together. But if we're doing like a top 10 or anything or something like this, we keep our answers to ourselves to kind of surprise each other too, to make it a little more fun.
Yeah.
I love that.
So mine, it's just because it makes me giggle, and I think this is the part that I laugh at the most, and it's where they're in like the cowboy Indian store in Tallahassee's making fun of Columbus for putting perfume on, and he turns around and he sprays the perfume on him, and he just stops in his tracks, and he turns around and gives him that like evil look, and Columbus is like, I'm going to start with my 3-part apology. And he says, all right, you get 45%. And he punches him right in the arm. It's hilarious. It makes me laugh every time.
Yes.
Like I giggle. I love that part.
I'm going to start my
Me too,
3-part apology.
I'm
now.
going to start my 3-part apology. Yes, I love that.
My favorite moment, obviously, I'm a huge Bill Murray fan. Bill Murray is my favorite actor of all time.
Which, it almost wasn't Bill Murray that was in there.
Really?
Yeah, they were supposed to cast... I'm trying to think. It was somebody that got sick. They were supposed to cast somebody else.
Well, thank God it worked
I
out
know.
this way. Because like when we were watching it in the theater, we saw the BM on the thing. And I was like, there's no way. Oh my God, there's no way. And when I seen him, I was like, I felt like Woody. I was like, Bill fucking Murray. Like I felt the same way. Like, but like when they go in there and she's like, Abigail Breslin.
Yeah.
She's like, who's Bill Murray? And he's like, I am not afraid to strike a child. I've said that throughout my life so many different times.
I say that on the regular. That's not, like,
Yeah.
don't make me. I'm not afraid to hit a child. Just like
Right. And it's just like, because in that moment, like there's like what I wouldn't give to put on a proton pack and do Ghostbusters with Bill Murray. Like, holy shit.
It's like a dream come true.
Oh my gosh. Like, you have no idea. I would like make him put on a mustache. We could be Life Aquatic and I would be his son and I would act like I died and got sent out to sea and he would cry. Like, we do so many different things that me and Bill Murray hung out. Like, it would be the coolest shit ever.
that's the
So
scene you
weird.
pick. Yeah.
Well, I'll just tag Bill Murray below. If he notices.
He's a fan of the show, of course.
Yeah, obviously. He's a
Oh,
fan of the show.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He has to.
That's why I dress up like him,
Yeah.
All right, I'll go next. My favorite scene is at the beginning where he's like, oh, like you might think like I'm unlikely survivor because I'm like awkward and I have irritable bowel syndrome. And the only way I survived is because of rules. Like that's me in real life. And so I was like, oh yeah, that's me.
I mean, it's true. We do have multiple episodes of Opinionated Lushes about Sonya's poop madness. So it's very, very true.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, that's you in real life. Like, the rules or the irritable bowels?
All of it.
Combination.
It's like because I'm like a germaphobe and I like stress
She's
about
also
all these
geek.
things. Yeah. So there's this awkward and scared of everything. I'd rather be inside. So like, yeah, I'm Columbus with cat ears. But I was like, oh, that's me. That's how the only way I'd be able to survive is just strict rules.
That also sounds like the best name for a punk rock song I've ever heard. Columbus with cat ears. That is the best punk rock song title of all time. So thank you for
To
that.
work it out.
You can have it. You start your company.
You can have it.
You're going to hear it on the radio in 3
Nobody
years
else.
like, God damn it.
1%. We only ever ask for 1%.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite scene is actually just the entire opening credits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that was like it brings you in just with like the slow motion zombie attacks. And also I'm like wondering how fast this spread because like the stripper zombies coming out with dollar bills in her G-string. Like
Yeah.
so like when did she change? Like in the middle of her set, like during the wedding, everything else. I'm just like it was just the way it was shot was just so with the music and just I don't know, the visual aspect of that. I just loved that.
Mhm.
Like
And it's
out of
special.
opening scenes, it's just there's not that many that are that good.
Yeah.
And it's special because Metallica doesn't lend their music to very many
Right.
different things. Like, obviously, lately you had the Stranger Things, the Master of Puppets, but the For Whom the Bell Tolls with that. Like, I remember watching this in cinema and being like, "Wow, I cannot believe," because Metallica's always been one of those bands that's been like, "No,"
Mm-hmm.
they're like the Beatles in that aspect. Like, no, nobody's using our music for anything. So that was really cool to see that happen in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really awesome. I didn't even realize. To be fair, I was just like, "Whoa, that's awesome!"
I like how when they were running. When did they pick? Like her titties were like so moving so good. Like did those that
Good
like,
for her.
CGI? Or like you know what I mean? Like
All natural.
yeah, it was like
I didn't
really
even
good.
notice.
Yeah.
yeah. Says the guy that's like, "What? You're the master of whores."
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, that's why I was like, now if this wasn't CGI, you wouldn't get that motion like
Yeah, I mean, I was like,
It'd be
how
more
many
like-
takes
Yeah.
did it take? Yeah.
right. Okay, we needed a titty take number 3, please. Titty take
Yeah.
3.
Could you imagine going into that audition? You're like, "I'm here to be the stripper zombie," and they're like, "Okay, run for us."
Now let me see those boobies bounce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm an actor.
Yes, of course you are, dear. So evil.
What about you,
Felt bad
Don?
saying that.
Woody Harrelson finding the hostess truck, and then when he opens it and sees it's not Twinkies, and he has a conniption fit.
Yeah.
That I feel that in my soul because I feel like that with my snacks. Like if I went and I looked for twisted tea and I went into the LCBO and they didn't have it, I would have a conniption fit.
You'd
Yeah.
when it's like Zombieland, you'd go to every alcohol store
Right.
looking for twisted tea. That'd be your
Yeah.
end mission.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my god, we should shoot that as a skit one day.
Yeah.
I only have snowballs.
Like in
Oh,
Zombie.
You
Oh,
dropped
yeah, you
snowballs?
All I like the coconut.
These are fucking disgusting. It's not it's the consistency. Okay, it's the consistency. Twinkies are where it's at. Okay, if you want something,
I agree.
you gotta have the Twinkies. Okay?
I agree 100% with that.
That's
So
amazing.
disappointed right now.
I love that I brought that as the scene then. Okay.
Yeah, for our listeners, they have Twinkies and snowballs.
We
And-
sure do. We did.
Yeah, you did.
I'm not gonna eat on your show. I'm sorry. That was just part of our joke.
Oh no,
Oh,
you whatever you
no.
want.
And he
can.
stuffs the rest of it in his mouth.
It's like no, don't worry about it.
Hey, some people
Let me
pay
just
for
shove
that.
this down my throat.
Don't make me. I'm gonna choke on Twinkies.
He dies on the show. That's just maybe he'll reanimate. We'll have a live zombie.
That's one of my rules. I'm not allowed to die on the show
Yeah,
tonight.
there you go.
I have shit to do tomorrow.
All right. So, what would be your least favorite scene?
Oh, are we first again?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You don't have to be, but if you want to be.
So I guess this is kind of nitpicking because I really love this movie and there's not a lot that I don't like. But when Tallahassee, he's on the roller coaster and he's like shooting the zombies, I'm like, this is so far-fetched. Like I can't even keep my eyes open on a roller coaster, let alone shoot zombies, right in the head. Like there's no way. And he's not buckled in. He'd be flying off.
No.
So that's my little nitpick about it. That's really it.
I hate roller coasters.
You do.
Me too.
Me too.
I'm the only one who likes them.
I'm gonna tell
I
you.
love roller coasters.
I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to try to get off topic real quick. But
No, we always get
No,
off topic.
we that's part of the show. Go on.
we're in
Thomas.
Michigan. And Cedar Point is the biggest roller coaster amusement park in the United States, and it's about 3 hours away from us. And my wife loves roller coasters, so I was like, "Yeah, let's go." I'll hang out and I'll walk around and shit. And she was like, "Just go on this one roller coaster with me, just one." And I was like, "All right, fine, I'll go on it." So we start going up the first hill. We get to the very top of the hill where you start to turn sideways, and you're standing up on this roller coaster. It's called the Mantis.
Yeah.
And there's a body of water underneath you. And we start to do the turn where you go down, and we get stuck for like an hour
Sideways.
over top of the water.
Yeah.
And I was just staring at her the whole time, like, really?
I wouldn't even look at him. I'm like, oh, you can see everything from up here.
And then, like, it finally started to go. And when it went, it had like this cracking sound, and I thought we were falling. And I heard the loudest, girliest scream I've ever heard in my life. And I wanted to laugh. but I realized it was me.
It was him.
that was making that sound.
Yeah.
And it immediately made me want to not laugh
I
anymore.
know. This was before we were even married, so it's like
I won't
And
let
you
it
still
go.
married him. Good for
I know.
you.
I still somehow married the girly scream guy on the roller
Yeah, we got off, and I was like, "That was crazy. Who was that? I wasn't even scared at all. I can't believe people were scared on there." Anyway, back to the movie.
No,
my
that reminds me
favorite-
of Final Destination. Like,
Yeah,
the roller
right?
coaster, yeah, see?
Yeah.
You had every right to scream. I just
We got off, and I was like, "Can I sit down for like 6 days?
yeah.
I can't feel my legs."
All I could think of is we were attached into these things and we were gonna fall in the water and like not be able to get out. Like that was pretty terrifying.
Hey, Ken, why don't you like roller coasters? I have a good reason. Now I have a double
Yes.
good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I haven't been back since. I was
Yeah,
like
have not been
15
back
years
since.
ago.
You want to go? She's like, "You want to go to Cedar?" I'm like, "You better say Mills. You better say Tree. You better say anything but Point, because that's the last thing we're gonna do."
Right.
Yeah, see, I also have to nitpick when it comes to this movie because I do like it very, very much. But when we're talking about how things are far-fetched and you know, as a writer, like trying to come up with different ideas, the one that I felt was so lazy is when you have Tallahassee and Columbus just stumble upon an H3 Hummer with a fully loaded bag of guns and ammo in the back seat. I feel
luck.
like that could have been, I know, and I get it's played for laughs.
Yeah.
I get that. Like, I completely understand. I respect what they were doing, but I just wish that it would have been at least just a little bit more original than just like, "Oh, wow, we found the perfect car that I love with black paint so I could paint my number on and a fully loaded duffel bag of automatic and semi-automatic weapons that we can now use to shoot zombies and little girls with when we catch them." So if I had to like nitpick a scene, it would probably be that one.
Yeah.
Well, like the only joke with that is like, oh, good thing rednecks are always fully stocked. I think it would have been better if they had to fight a redneck to like
Yeah.
get the stuff.
A redneck zombie at
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Like a
Who
boss
knows how to
level.
use a gun? That would be
Yes.
like it's stuck to his hand or something, keeps randomly firing.
Yeah.
They took our guns. That's my right to bear arms. Get that back here.
He looks like a bear, and like it's
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's big.
He's like the guy in the supermarket, the big boy.
The big
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
what were you like? There's no way that would have been able to work, like with the
banjo?
clipper thing.
Oh,
No,
the
the
Clippers.
Clipper
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, the head
Yeah.
trimmer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let them gone through. Yeah.
I'd like try to use those on just branches, and I have trouble. Like, there's no way, like this big dead guy that like his neck is way bigger than
Yeah.
the Spears part.
Okay,
right?
question. These zombies, are they like they're dead? Or is it a virus? Is it like they're living and they're zombies?
They don't really go into it, so who knows?
I think they're dead because a lot of times, especially in the older films, you didn't get zombies that would be reanimated after they died unless there was a bite. You know, The Walking Dead really came with the no matter what, if you die, you are reanimated as a zombie, almost like it's an airborne toxin that doesn't affect the living until death. That was really popularized by The Walking Dead. And before that, you know, you look at Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead, any type of really ghoul or zombie movies that came out beforehand, it was always the bite of the zombie or the blood of the zombie is what turned you into a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
So if these are zombies in the traditional sense, which I truly believe they are, I believe that it is a bite or any type of DNA swap with a zombie is what causes you to turn. Like I said, it wasn't really until post Walking Dead where it was, if you're in this world and you die, no matter what, you get the reanimation as a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to think that in this universe, it has to be through some type of saliva, blood.
And they're like dead.
See?
They're like
They die,
yeah.
They die and get
because
reanimated.
Because in like
virus
The
kills
Last of Us, they're not technically dead. They're just
Right.
like mutate, and eventually they'll die themselves. Like act
Right.
like the zombies die over time. So that's why I was asking, because if they're dead and that's a corpse, maybe a little decomposed flesh, it might be able to.
might be able to cut.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So
But it might be too mushy then. Like, like
So maybe that was the problem. They didn't mush it enough. Like it should have been more...
it went too smoothly through, right?
Yeah.
Like the clown face, when the clown face just sinks in, that's what should have happened. You just
Right.
Yeah.
And I wasn't smiling and laughing at you when you were talking about that. I literally looked
You
at
can.
Ashley.
You can smile and laugh at me. That's fine.
Because like 3 weeks ago, I was outside pruning and I literally broke our hedge clippers on the smallest stick. I was like, come on. Bam, I stabbed it.
Ridiculous.
Like I broke the handle right off. So.
I'm just imagining like decomposing flesh and like, like most of this is flesh, like, and then you have your like bone area. But I just imagine it like, it'd be like cutting cake,
Yeah.
So that's how I imagine it. If they're decomposed enough, I guess.
But I mean, if it was that weak, wouldn't it just fall?
Right?
Exactly.
It's just like
He had a wide base.
He had a lot.
it was like a snowman.
He's like a pyramid, like it's just keeping it up. What neck?
Right.
What are you talking about?
All right, my least favorite scene. Again, I absolutely love this.
That
movie.
was your least favorite scene.
No, it's the kill of the week. That was my least favorite, where like Sister Mary something another just like rings a bell on a piano.
Oh, the piano drops, and they said that was the best one.
Yeah, I feel like there should have been more creativity. Like,
I thought that was
else
pretty
there.
creative. How did that little old woman carry a grand piano to somehow hang up above, attached to a doorbell that she can or thing that she can press for it to fall? Like that's
sure, it was good engineering. Okay, but like, I just feel like for it to be the kill of the week, it should be a little more over the top.
You have high
like,
standards. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, like that's maybe.
I will
like
never,
fireworks.
ever second guess nun-gineering again. Ever.
Yeah, that's engineering. I know. They can do anything.
Yeah.
That's why they're so scary, right?
Scary.
Don't
Screw
piss off
clowns. It's
right?
nothing
Don't
you have
piss
to
off
watch
the
out
nun.
for.
Yeah. I was expecting something else. I'm sure it was just like there wasn't much to that
Anticlimactic.
scene. Yeah, that's what I mean. There wasn't. Maybe the prep work going in would have been nice. Like like the
To
nun-gineering.
watch her ring up the piano, yeah.
You just wanted to know how. How did she do that? My least favorite scene is actually when Bill Murray dies. But again, it's a nitpicky scene because as a Canadian, I wouldn't scare anyone in the United States without it being a zombie apocalypse because I'd be scared to get shot. So after dressing up like a zombie, it's been a while, he's armed, and you're still like, yeah, no, this is going to be funny. Like, I'm just like, Like, I get they wanted to, do the whole, Woody Harrelson, Bill Murray, scenes and all the fun stuff, but I feel like if he was going to get shot, it would have been right when he walked in, and not them going, no, go scare the guy with the gun.
Right.
Yeah.
I will say though, after he gets shot, it's fucking brilliant.
Yes, yeah.
He's like,
The
yeah, that's
dying
still
scene.
sensitive area.
Yeah.
That's how you
I
get people.
I just love Emma Stone laughing. She's like, still
Yeah.
gets me.
That long exhale. I was in the theater laughing.
Yeah.
Before we talk about anything else, I really quick want to jump on, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm not being facetious or silly. I genuinely cried when you get the reveal of Buck being a boy.
Okay,
Yes.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So why I hated that scene, and it's not because it turned it serious. I thought it would have been better if you thought Buck was the kid, and then you found out it turned out to be just a dog that he's trying to revenge. I thought that would have been better.
The reversal, it would have been
It
funnier.
would have been funnier.
Yeah.
It would have been funny and not serious and sad.
Exactly.
I
was
cried at that scene.
That was really sad, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
It should have been switched. You should have thought that he was trying to revenge his son, because that would be normal, right? To
Yeah.
want to revenge him, and then turns out it's just a stupid dog. Then
Stupid dog.
Don't say that. Sonia's here and she has
see, now
so
that would
many
make
of
Sonya
them.
cry.
Yeah, I was sad because the dog died. But then I was really sad because he was sad, because
Yeah.
it was his son, right? Other people's sadness. It was a part that I would have preferred if it was like you thought it was the son, and then it was actually that would have been better.
That's what I was like. That would have made the movie that much better.
I think they had to keep it as a kid because that was his character arc. That literally explained why he was so angry. That explained why he didn't grow attachments with people. Like it explained all of that. If it was a dog, then that wouldn't really explain.
I just like how Sonya's like, you know, I was really sad when I thought it was a dog, and then I found out I was a kid, and I was like, yeah, fuck that kid. The dog didn't die. Oh, man. The movie had me go. You had me in the first half. I'm not going to lie. But
it was just a kid.
It was just a kid. You can make more.
Fine.
All right, cool.
I can make more, yeah.
Okay, and why is he licking that dog's tongue, though? In the flashback, he's like, they're like tonguing each other, and it's creepy. Yeah. With him and the puppy.
Yeah, that is gross. You never lick a dog's tongue. Like, what is wrong with you?
They lick their butt.
They lick everything.
There's other places of a dog you can lick. Never their tongue, though.
Okay.
I need to walk this down to the Twinkie here for a second.
You've been waiting for the best moment to eat that.
I've been staring at it the whole time.
You're like,
I'm breaking my diet tonight. Twinkie.
Oh, we feel so special.
Yeah.
Next, you're going to be getting into those snowballs.
That's why I threw them so far away.
So that you can't reach them?
Yeah. That was part of the joke. I was like, okay, I have to pick one. So the other I have to physically throw away from my body.
Yeah.
And call my daughters in here the minute the episode's done.
You also told them that they could each have one, and now they're going to be disappointed.
Well, now they each get a snowball.
There you go.
I just don't both the Twinkies and the snowballs.
You should.
I don't know what happened.
I'm just imagining in like 10 minutes, he's like reaching over, just.
Yeah.
Where'd Ken go?
You need one of those claw arms for like the extendy arms, like there's like you clip it and then there's a hand at the end.
Yeah.
Go gadget arm, please.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so this is anything problematic that in the movie that would be problematic in the real world. So anything in the movie that you would be problematic in real life if it was happening now.
I think
they were pretty politically correct in this movie.
Yeah, like they're pretty self-aware, but like I think a problem would be not having Twinkies and only having
that is so unrealistic. Yeah,
food desert.
I mean, like they do kind of touch on. I mean, like they do like stereotype a little bit,
like the women. How
that was mine.
Taking my ideas. Yeah,
taking all mine. It's like we're one. We think the same.
Yeah.
That would be my, like the stereotype of how they stereotype women.
Yeah.
How they stereotype, well, this person had a Hummer and a bag of guns. They must have been some redneck Republican.
Right.
Like there definitely are like the usual stereotypes. But
again, I think they make that for laughs though.
Right. It was respectful.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because I totally misread this question because I was thinking of like problematic. Like, this is happening. We're running out of ammo. We need electricity.
Yeah, you could do that too.
You could do that. That's fine. What would be your problems in a zombie apocalypse?
I am a Yankee. I don't kill things. I do not do it. I hate it.
Yeah.
I own a firearm because we live in the country and we do have coyotes out here, and I have a dog, which is my life. I have my cats. So if it's my dog, my cats, my kids, my wife, or a coyote, obviously I'm going to take care of business. But I do not get any type of joy or gratification out of killing things. I don't like it. Like if I hit a bunny, I'll cry. Like I don't like to kill things. That's not my job. That's not what I was put here for. So, I'll eat the hell out of some steak. Don't get me wrong. Like I didn't kill it. I didn't want to die. I'll eat the shit out of it. But so like that's the type of thing I think. Like if I see a spider in my house, it worries me. If I seen 13 zombies running at me, I wouldn't turn into Daryl Dixon. I would shit my pants, run away, and cry. Probably in that
I feel
order.
like I would be Daryl Dixon.
Oh, I would be freaking out. Like I'm scared of mice. Like mice scare me.
Okay, mice scare me too.
What am I gonna do if there's 10 zombies running at my face? Zombie mice? That's ridiculous.
I know.
Don't even speak that into it.
Yeah. Then I'd be scared.
Don't put that in the universe. Like
if I was a genie and I went to someone. I was like, you have 3 wishes, but I can't kill anybody. I can't bring anybody back, and I can't make anybody fall in love. What do you want? And they're like, zombie mice. I'd be like, there's 4 things I can't do. I can't. Like, I would add that to the list because that's disgusting and scary. Why would you even say that?
You were talking about how you're scared of mice.
But what would you do if, like that's what I'm saying. Like, we think about how cool we would be if zombies happen. Like, oh, I would go and take them all out. The fuck I would.
Yeah, no.
Like, I would be dead as shit. I'd be that first guy that's getting dragged behind a bunch of zombies. Like, oh no! Like, that would be me.
Yeah.
I always get worried. You see, like on YouTube and stuff, those like zombie pranks, and some of the like makeup is so realistic. I feel like when a zombie outbreak would happen, like I would have to be like, is a person doing a prank or is this a real zombie? Like, do I kill the person? Am I killing a real person? Is there a zombie? And like again, I said this in a previous episode. If you listen, when it comes to like children being scary. It's not the act of hitting a child. It's the fact that like if no one's watching and this child's not a zombie, I'm the bad guy.
I thought that was going in a totally different direction. If nobody's looking and this kid isn't a zombie, and I'm gonna keep fucking hitting it. Like, oh, you look at fucking lucky now, didn't you? Brain. No, you got this, mother. That's what you got.
Well, time is of the virtue, and you don't want. I didn't want him to bite me.
Who are you gonna tell? Who are you gonna tell? No one can see you. What are you doing now?
Yeah. But the thing is if you don't kill it, it's gonna tell, and then it's gonna be like, this person just beat me up.
You really have no choice.
But what you do is you hope that it's an orphan, because then what's it gonna do?
Or kill his parents first, whatever.
Yeah,
we'll make it an orphan.
Yeah.
She beat me up.
Problem solver here.
Yeah, you gotta end.
I know your day's been bad. It's about to get a little worse, Susan. Hold on a second. That's not nice. I'm telling my mom and dad. I'm getting there.
You won't have a mom and dad for long. Don't worry.
They're zombies too, according to me.
You're just delusional at this point.
Yeah, really, there's no zombie apocalypse. It's all in my head. I'm thinking
that's an amazing defense, though, right there for court. Just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm clinically insane, Judge. You're a zombie. You should practice law.
What's your defense? Just pull out one of those old school like wooden pointers and start pointing at Zombieland. Like, Exhibit A, you can see here, these people are zombies. Exhibit B, you, Judge, are a zombie.
Yeah, no difference.
Yeah. Well, God damn it, she's innocent.
Bring in coroner experts. Like, they're like, no, apparently you're all actually zombies.
That'd be a really good movie. Like, the person is going around killing everybody, but at the end, like, it's a court thing. And it's just crazy.
It's delusional. We don't find out.
I feel like I'm high with my 16-year-old friends again. Like, we should record the things we say. It's amazing.
That's all we do.
It's like a court thing. And everyone's zombies, but they're really not zombies.
You know what's going to happen in like 2 years? And we're going to be like, God damn it.
I know we should have had
idea.
That was our idea. Started.
Yeah,
right.
That was our moment, and we just threw it away.
We should market this. Start writing.
Every episode will say something stupid, and we're like, we're gonna market it.
It's not stupid, Sonia. You need to believe in it. Okay.
What you need to do is get one of those buttons, and every time it happens, just push it. Market it! That'll be the market it point of the episode.
I want to get a soundboard eventually. We're working on it, so we're gonna add that. Actually, now that I have you saying, wait, do it again. Say, market it. Go.
Market it.
Perfect. That's gonna be added. That's gonna be the first sound on my soundboard.
Right there.
$1 million.
I only want 1% every time you push it.
Good. We don't make money.
1% of zero is
actually, you'll end up owing us money.
Right, every time you push it. I mean, it'd be like one of those like
you get the bill, like what the?
One of those like psychosomatic things. I'll be walking down the street, like, Mark, God damn it, they did it. Ask for the checkbook. Got it. We had an idea again.
I'm dying.
Good
Well, if you get reanimated, we'll never know now.
Whose turn was it?
It's fine now. It's fine.
Okay.
So, just for like today's like events, like the world as it is, not in like 2009, but today, just Bill Murray in general is a little problematic these days. So that's it. Everything else was great. For 2009, it was, they were okay. Yeah.
Right.
A little calling people fatties maybe, but like the rest of it was good.
Yeah.
Above the, like, a lot of movies in 2009 weren't that like generous with their wording.
Yeah.
They were really good.
Yeah, don't be like a child around Bill Murray because he'll like yell at you really bad. That's
Or
all I
a woman.
remember. Yeah, or a woman. Don't be.
Did you ever hear the Bill Murray fry story?
No.
No.
You need to tell us now.
Okay, so I'm being 100%. This is not me being funny again. You can't make this up. Bill Murray's sister is a nun.
Nuns are everywhere.
Some
I
nun-gineering.
know.
She's already
And
scared.
she actually is at the Siena Heights University in the town that we live in. And so Bill Murray comes to our town every once in a while and sees his sister and goes out to the bars and stuff. And this is a complete true story. He walked into the Wendy's and he walked up and this person was eating at their table. Bill Murray walked over to them, took a fry off their tray, ate it, and he was like, "Go ahead and tell who you want. They're never going to believe you," and walked out.
I'd just be more upset somebody touched my food.
I know.
I wouldn't be able to eat it anymore. I'd be like,
Like,
Bill
that
Murray,
was my
buy me
fry.
new food.
But if you think about it, like you go back home, like you're never going to believe it. I went to Wendy's and Bill Murray took a fry off my tray. And they're like, "I'm sure he did, babe."
Okay.
You're like,
Okay.
that's the best thing ever.
I feel like that isn't the first time Bill Murray's done that.
I
So
feel
what
like
we need to get everyone that's been fried by Bill Murray. Once we have a collective, they'll be believed.
Right,
The question is, have you been fried by Bill Murray? That will be the
Right.
question.
right.
Wouldn't it be like deep-fried? Because like,
Oh, yeah,
you're not,
maybe.
you're not getting fried.
Would it even work if you just came in and handed you a fry?
Fry in your mouth.
Yeah,
Like, you're-
I would just be like,
I don't think anyone would believe that. Like, that's more unbelievable.
I'm always like, why do fish bite the worm? And Bill Murray came in, I would be the dumbass fish. Like
Whatever you want.
10 seconds later, I'd be like, what happened? I want another one.
Where is he?
You follow him for more fries.
Right.
You're like, I don't have any more, man. I don't have any more. Like,
He's
That
like,
weird
no
dude
one's
with the
gonna
man bun is
believe
still
you.
following
He's
me
just
around
tossing
looking for
them out
fries.
his pocket, just
like old ladies and candies. He has pocket fries.
pocket fries.
Hold on, dear. I think I still have some Mickey D's right here for you.
We should market
Market it. Damn it, bro.
pocket fries.
How high are you? Like, where you just got like pocket fries? Like, that'd be amazing. Like, smoke a joint, get some of your fries. Like,
Hey, Napoleon Dynamite had tater tot pocket
He
tater
did.
tots. So,
Yeah.
French fries not that far off. Same vegetable.
tater tots is a good idea. I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Napoleon Dynamite, neither have I.
Oh, we
What
need
is
to watch
wrong
it
with
one day.
you?
I don't have time, man.
What's funny about that? and
Were you
again, I don't
never
wanna go
a
off on another
teenager?
tangent.
No, it
I
wasn't.
loved Napoleon Dynamite when I saw it. And then I hated it because everywhere you went, people were like, God, vote for Pedro. Tina, eat your food. And it was like, okay, dude, we've seen the fucking movie. Shut up. It was like the Austin Powers, do I make you horny, baby? Like everybody was doing that. And then but if you go back and rewatch Napoleon Dynamite, it's fucking hilarious. It is so damn funny.
Mhm.
But it just got so overdone with the God. Like, oh,
Other people ruin
God.
everything.
Just ruining life.
I've never done it.
Yeah,
Everything I do is cool.
that's right.
Yeah. If only.
Okay, my problematic thing. I did also have Bill Murray, but you said that, so I'm gonna say drinking and driving.
Oh, yeah.
Probably not like even in like those roads. Let's be honest, were pretty clear for zombie apocalypse. But I get it, movie magic. Give them the old razzle dazzle. But I still wouldn't drink and drive.
No. No.
And Dawn, I think you said yours was already said.
Yeah, the whole women needing to be con artists to survive. I was just like, no, like. That's
To be
not-
fair,
that's
they
not
were
right.
they were con artists before.
I
Maybe they were
know
just criminals. Women can be criminals too, Dawn.
they can be, but it's
Equal rights.
stereotype. Like they
Gender
didn't have the
inclusive.
strength. Like they just had to be like conniving.
Yeah, women can go to college and like
That's right.
Yeah,
we're smart, okay? We have brains.
Yeah.
We don't have to con men.
exactly.
I just
Well,
like.
we can. For
Well, see, that would
fun.
be like today. If Zombieland came out today and they were using their OnlyFans to survive the zombie
Yeah.
apocalypse, it's like, come on, women are more than
That'd
that.
be
you know.
amazing. If they
Wait,
have
is that like a possibility? Like,
only like the zombies are like, yeah.
If you give me a tip, the zombie will bite me.
don't eat me.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
thought
did-
that's what you wanted on this channel.
I did have one more, and it was about that indigenous and cowboy like store. And I was like, was that really the store they needed to smash everything in? Like, couldn't it have been like a Walmart? Right? Like, I was like, you're just destroying like all these like indigenous things. And I was just like, it could have been a Target or
That's
something.
like too far. Too far.
Leave Tarjay alone.
Target. I don't know what you Canadians are talking about. Our Tarjays.
We
Target.
love Target. We had it for like a year.
And it was bad. It wasn't great here. Like, it was
No, it
more
wasn't.
expensive than Walmart.
Yeah, it is.
I still went to the.
It's
I
sushi.
still crossed the border to go. Like it was. I didn't. Yeah, it was way better in the States.
Yeah.
All right. My final little question is a rule you would include in the list of rules.
Okay, so this is kind of like serious and not really funny, but I just think communication, like you have to communicate this is even like in real life, but like your feelings and like if you have ideas, like you have to communicate them. Like zombie apocalypse, like you don't have time for drama. So that would be my rule.
Yeah, no drama.
No
Communicate.
drama. Yeah.
Well, I mean, half of it is all in Columbus's head.
Yeah.
When he could have just like said those words aloud.
Right. Like
Yes.
communicate what you're thinking.
Or he could have wore them like a billboard.
Yeah.
Like Sonia. Like, these are my rules.
He looks like one of those church people on the corners, like, Jesus
He
is
was getting
coming.
a paper
Cardio.
cut.
Cardio.
My like double chin was like every time I moved, it was like rubbing up. I gotta have a scar.
Dedication to the craft.
Oh no, I didn't even last 10 minutes, I don't think. I was like, oh my gosh, this is on fire.
Like
It's
fuck
gone.
these rules. Bye.
Yeah, I was like, fuck these rules. Yeah.
If it was me, if it was Ken Sledge, the human being in this, my number one rule would be my children do not leave my sight.
Yeah.
Under any circumstance, is there no way, no how you ever leave my sight. If you got to go potty, I'll stand wherever you are and I'll have my back to you. But there's never a time where you go where I cannot protect you.
Yeah.
If it was me in like this movie where it wasn't me as a person, it would be never have children.
That's right.
We say that in real life. I mean, we
Like,
all have kids,
yeah.
but
Yeah, we would die. Like we would be so screwed.
In a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah.
Oh, Chloe would kill us. She'd kill us. She would never stop talking.
No.
Chloe, they're zombies. Where? What? I don't believe you. What are you talking about? I don't see them.
Yeah.
well, I was actually gonna say, if they never leave your sight, how are you gonna do things like food runs?
They better
With them?
their cardio in because they're running
That's right.
too.
They're practicing their cardio. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be my thing. Like I just
oh, we have to walk again.
Yep. But yeah, I couldn't go on if I lost one of them. So I like that would just be if I could have, saved them or even had a fighting chance to, but they were out of my sight and I didn't even get the chance to try. I couldn't live with myself.
Yeah.
Like that's just,
Yeah.
that's the thing for me is I couldn't, I I don't want to sound like I'm an asshole or I'm like a controlling dad, because I'm really not.
In a zombie apocalypse, you're allowed to be.
I think you have to be.
You have to be. And
Yeah.
I tell my kids all the time, when my son was very young, he asked, why do we believe in God? I said, we don't, I do. You can find your own way. I'll give you advice. I'll tell you what I think, but I want you to be your person, and I want you to believe what you believe. And that's how we are with all three of our kids. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you who you can be. I'm going to tell you what you can and can't do if it's for your safety or, something like that. But I'm never going to tell you who you are, who you can be, like what you believe. That's not my job as your parent. My job as your parent is to guide you the best I can, to be the best productive member of society that you could possibly be, and be happy. You have maybe 100 years here. Don't spend any amount of that short time being miserable or not being who you are. Mm-hmm. Don't let me control who you are. Don't let her control who you are. Don't let society control who you are. Be who you are, love who you love, and that's it. But in this world, you can do all that right fucking next to me. I can't afford to lose you, because I would lose my fucking mind.
I feel like that speech was for the snowballs. Like, you gotta be who you want to be. So you can have those snowballs.
I finally got them out of my mind. And they're right back now. Yeah. It's like that song you can't get out of your brain until you hear it. I can't get those out of my mind until I eat them.
Yeah, you gotta eat them. You gotta eat them.
You might as well just be who you want to be.
Yeah. Right. A snowball eater.
Yeah, you snowball eater.
Yeah, I tried to build this big emotional speech as a way to not eat the snowballs that are right there.
Yes, with not in reaching distance.
You have maybe 100 years on this planet. Don't spend any of that time not getting what you want.
No, I think that's amazing, and I think that's like something I wish more parents kind of acted out. Like you hear a lot about like parents' rights, and it's like the minute parents' rights start to become like legislated, even, that's actually taking away children's rights, and children have rights. So it's like, if you're a parent and you want to take away rights from your children, that's weird. You probably should get that checked. Go to therapy.
Our children, and again, I would never, one thing that Ash and I would never ever do is try to tell someone how to parent their kid.
No.
We don't know. Don't worry about it.
I don't know what your kid needs that's different than what my kids' needs are. We work with kids on the autism spectrum.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. We all have autistic kids.
There you go. I don't know if they have what it's called in Canada, but here in the States, it's a parapro. Like, I would go into schools and work with autistic children, and it's just like doing that makes you really appreciate the fact that everybody's different, everybody's unique. What works for one person may not work the exact same for another person, and what works well for one person may not even work well for that same person the next day.
Yeah,
exactly.
Day to day, things change, especially with autism, and a schedule gets messed up, and we have meltdowns. Mm-hmm. Things like that. So, especially with that's why I think I could never tell anybody how the right or wrong way to parent your child is, because sometimes I don't even know the right or wrong way to parent mine. So
there isn't.
It's just a trial and error.
Yeah. That's why our first one is fucked. Like, we didn't do shit for that kid.
That first batch of the pancakes,
right
man.
You're outside the door like, that's what's wrong with me?
Yeah. The practice child, right?
Yeah.
The first batch of the pancakes.
That's what you said. Like, when you try to take the rights away from your kids, like, they're not your fucking property.
Exactly. Yeah.
They are human beings. They're smaller versions of them that annoy the shit out of you and take all your fucking money and ruin your body. I used to be skinny, and then we had kids.
Oh my god!
Having kids ruined my body.
I
was gonna say same.
See, she hates that fucking joke.
I do hate that joke.
My dad bod, she hates that joke. But I just could never understand telling your kids, you're not gay. No, you're not trans. No, you're not a furry. No, you're not, how the fuck do you know? I had a kid that I grew up with, Austin. Mm-hmm. We knew he was gay when we were kids. That dude wanted to be the Pink Ranger every time we played. We were like, there's something up with this guy. Like, that ain't right. I'm Jason. This dude wants to be Kimmy. Like, you have at least fought me to be Jason, or Tommy, even the Green Ranger. But we knew growing up, and he knew growing up. Like, and he's, to this day, he's been married to the same guy for like 11 years. They're very much in love, more in love than a lot of straight people I know. And we knew that from the time we were like 7 years old. Mm-hmm. Do not tell me children don't know their bodies. They do.
Yeah.
But you forcing them to think the way that you think is what confuses them, not
Yeah.
them being themselves.
When educators talk about different types of families or gay people or trans people, all they're doing is giving kids the dialogue. Yeah, like to explain how they're already feeling. Like
Right.
they're already feeling
It's not
weird and
making
whatever.
them want
No.
to do that. No.
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 You know what? The same people that will say that are the same people that'll say guns don't kill people, people kill people. So wait,
Yes.
guns don't kill people, but books make people gay.
Yeah.
All right. I feel you.
yeah.
I like that argument. Like,
yeah.
I always tell my kids, I'm like, you know yourself better than I know you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you identify as my son or my daughter, and that's all I give a shit about. Any other tag or any other label, that's not who you are. It's a part of you, but it's not who you are. Like, that's when it becomes an issue to me. Just be yourself, be the human being that you are. The rest of it, it's just icing.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. Who cares? Worry
Yeah.
about the cake and just be yourself, and love the people that are around you. Like, life is way too fucking short.
Yeah.
Like, way too short. So, like, I don't know. But Zombieland, that shit was good, huh?
yeah, now we only had like a gay character. Then it would have been perfect.
Yes.
Just Sonia, what's your
fine.
rule?
My rule is know how to ride and fix a bicycle.
WD-40, baby.
Yeah.
And like, because in real life, gas goes bad. There's no way I don't know how long they've been zombies for, but eventually they wouldn't have gas in all these vehicles. It'd just be not good.
Yeah.
Fair.
You're not going to keep doing fossil fuels.
Right.
Yeah,
You're
fossil
gonna
fuels
dig
were
them?
so dumb. Like it was like a good transitional idea, but then we just never transitioned. It's like, damn it. Mine was always have a goal or destination, such as Columbus, Ohio, or Twinkies. Because if you don't have a reason to live and you're just living to survive, well, you might as well die.
Yeah. Or be a zombie.
Or be a zombie.
Maybe that's your goal. Maybe you're just like, maybe I'll go somewhere and then turn into a zombie and then like freak out my parents or something.
See, and that works so well, even in real life, because my goal is right next to me.
Aww.
No.
I know. Like, it's seriously like 3 feet away. Those snowballs. They're right there. And they're within reach.
There you go.
And I can't get, you know what I mean? Like, so I like that. I like your idea.
Yeah.
Have a reason to live. If that's snowballs, that's snowballs. Twinkie was my example, so it's
What
close
do you think I'm
enough.
talking about?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you were talking about the snowballs too. Those nasty coconut snowballs.
What about you, Don?
Mine was learn to MacGyver a weapon out of anything.
Yeah.
Nun-gineering.
Like, do you
Engineering,
remember
baby.
when you were like 5 or 6 and you got popsicle sticks and then you'd like rub them on the ground to make like little shanks at 5 years old?
I didn't do that, but sure.
I don't know where you grew up.
Oh,
Canada.
Note to self, Dawn is very nice and sweet, and we will
Yeah,
never
she-
make her mad.
She knows how to make shanks out of pumpkin.
my kids did that too. They would like get sticks from the playground and they would use their pencil sharpener and they'd like make them sharp so they could like stab kids if they needed to, like that. Like
You use popsicle sticks after you're
Donya's
done. You
kids
just
are
rub them on
also
the ground
very
until they like sharpen.
yeah, my kids loved making weapons.
Yeah.
If-
Maybe it's a
I'm
ghetto
gonna-
kid thing.
If,
I
if
was ghetto. I
ever-
just didn't do that.
if I ever get into a fight again, I'm gonna be like, I'm going to get Dawn. I'll be right back. I'll be back.
Come over.
She's got her popsicle shake.
Right.
Yeah.
Don, no, she has like Wolverine popsicle shakes
Right.
in between each finger. Like, just,
come on.
She's upgraded. She's older now, so she's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll
may call me
weld
Weapon
things
X.
by now.
oh, that's another skit we should do. Oh my gosh, remember this. We're gonna market it.
Market this.
Market it.
We're an hour in and we've lost like $10.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh
Thanks for bringing us on the podcast. Checks in the mail.
We'll send you an invoice.
Right. And 30 years from now, you're going to be opening checks like, oh, we're still getting market that residuals from the Sledgehammer. That's a very nice thing. I don't know how you age so well in 30 years, but in 30 years, apparently you'll be on a rocking chair talking like my grandma.
I was like, wow, yeah.
I was like, I'm only 32.
Right. I don't know why you're reading it. By then, it'd probably be all digital. I went old school like it was a newspaper.
Why does every grandma sound like that?
It's like one day they're like, hey guys, I'm going to the store. Wow. You guys need anything?
I'm going to the Walmart.
Yeah, the Walmart. Would you like some Werther's caramel candies?
Yes.
It always makes me think of like Wario. Mario.
Wow.
I'm so excited for our generation to age because of all the memes and stuff and just what we're going to say in the nursing homes. That's going to be my favorite. So
I'm just excited to be old and just say whatever I want. Like, that's going to be fun.
Old people do say whatever they
I know.
want.
That's what I'm excited for. And they can't hold it against me because I'm just senile.
Ashley's going to be like 90 on her deathbed. And everybody's going to be crying. And she's going to look at Kenley, our daughter, and be like, play my song one last time. And everybody's going to be all crying. She'll be like, grab a bucket, and a mop. I love this song. Your grandpa knew what to do with the wop.
Well, I guess that's coming to the end of our episode. We're going to end on WAP. Old lady WAP at that, I guess.
They have so many creams and stuff. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
Don't worry. You'll be fine.
Wait, hold on. Are we were talking about
What? Creams for what?
what?
To keep your WAPs whopping while you're older. You're fine.
Okay.
To keep it moist.
The most
We're going to keep it WAPing.
I thought I stroked out for a second. It was like, okay, we're going to end with wops. We have lots of creams for that. I was like, did we just hit 88 miles an hour?
You can WAP at any age nowadays. Technology is crazy.
Good work from our
Imagine explaining
sponsor.
that to your doctor. What are you seeing me for, Mrs. Johnson? I heard about the WAP on the radio, and I'm wondering what we can do for that.
What kind of cream you got?
Well, if you guys want to plug, I know you kind of plugged in the beginning, but if you want to just plug again at the end before we wrap all of this up.
Then
Yeah, follow us on social media. On Twitter, we are at Sledgehammer Horror, HOR. Threads, Instagram, and Facebook at Sledgehammer Horror. YouTube at Sledgehammer Horror. Come and check us out if you thought Ashley was funny.
We will also have all the links in the description, so it'll be really easily clickable. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Yeah,
this was so much fun.
Thank you.
We had a blast. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah, this is our first guests for October. Last October, we didn't have guests yet, so we're really excited. So I hope everyone listening enjoyed our movie review of Zombieland.
Yeah, I thought we talked about that for a minute.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it was in there.
It's in there somewhere.
And we will see you all next Friday with our next movie review. So have a good night, everyone. Bye. 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 Bye.
God damn it, Bill fucking Murray! I had to get that out. I don't mean to gush.